Hello everybody and welcome to this tutorial by Lavender Sewing Patterns. Today I'm going to be making the summer tank top, which I'm currently wearing. I've already cut and prepared my pattern pieces as well as cut my fabric. I'm using this Harry Potter jersey with a low front and a high back. I'm going to be sewing it together using mostly my overlock or serger. This garment needs to be sewn by using a stretch seam, but you can also use a stretch seam on your regular sewing machine. Here are my two pattern pieces for the front and the back. We're going to start by placing them right side together. We're going to pin the shoulder seams together. As well as the side seams. Now we are going to sew the shoulder seams together and then the side seams. Now turn it right side out. The first step is complete. Now we are going to move on to the ribbing. Because of the number of options of this tank top, I have made a ribbing chart where you have to add together the different options you are using to get the correct ribbon length. So I go to the chart to see my size, and then I choose the options I've chosen. For this size 38, for the low cut it's 35.5 centimeters, plus the high back is 24 centimeters. And for the arms it's 18 plus 18 centimeters. So for the neckline ribbing it's 59.5 centimeters, and for the arms it's 36 centimeters, and I have to make two of these. Here is my neckline piece and my two arm pieces. So I take them in half, pin and sew. There's also another option that I also showed on my video for the oversized raglan sweatshirt. You fold it in half and then you fold it in half again. This will make the seam a lot less bulky since you will only have one seam instead of 2. So I'm going to be doing the second method when making this tank top. Turning them right side out, I'm now ready to attach them to the tank top. I'm going to start by attaching the ribbing to the neckline. So I will divide the neckline into 8 equal pieces. Align the sides, the shoulder seams to find the middle of the back and the middle of the front. Place these together to find the middle of the side. Because my front and back pieces are different, the side seam won't meet the shoulder seam. I've divided them into 4 and now I'm going to divide them into 8s. If you want to have the seam in the ribbing at the back, you can use that as a guide to divide it into 8 equal pieces. I want to have it aligned with the shoulder seam, so I'm going to do it slightly different. Aligning the shoulder seam with the back seam and pulling slightly on the ribbing. I'm going to use this as my mark so that I can divide it into 8 equal pieces, and when I put them together, the seams will match. Now I'm going to attach the ribbing, and I'm going to start in with the side, the back seam, to make sure it's aligned. Now I'm going to sew it together using my overlock. Remember to stretch the ribbing, but not the tank top. Now I'm going to do the same for the arms. But this time, since they're a lot smaller, I'm just going to divide them into 4 pieces. Since my arms are the same, since I'm just using the regular tank top, I'm going to be using the back seam as my guide because I will align it with the underarm. It doesn't actually matter if you are sewing a racerback or a regular tank top. You should still, it's still nicest to align the underarm seams. So you should use this method for both. I have added the bands and now I'm going to sew them together. Now I'm going to switch to my regular sewing machine and sew a stitch that will attach the overlock seam to the tank top. This will make sure that the seam won't twist out accidentally when you're wearing. Today I'm going to sew it using a twin needle. But before sewing, I'm going to make sure that all my threads are secure. Now I'm just gonna cut off all the loose threads. Now I'm going to finish with the hemline. I'm going to measure 2 centimeters around the bottom and pin it. I'm going to sew all around using my twin needle. And there you have it, a finished tank top.